This is ILTV on the Hour, bringing you the biggest stories from Israel and the Middle East in just 5 minutes. I'm Devo Klein, and today is day 678 of the war in Gaza. Let's get into all of the top headlines of the hour. Israeli Finance Minister Bezalel Smotrich has announced a housing project to take shape in the controversial E1 area in Judea and Samaria. According to the right-wing minister, 3,400 housing units will be built in a project that had been planned for many years but never executed due to its strategic location in between Samaria in the north and Judea in the south. The project had been frozen for decades amid fierce opposition from the international community, for fear that the new settlement neighborhood would block a potential viable Palestinian state. But now, with many Western countries announcing that they are slated to recognize a Palestinian state, despite the fact that Hamas still holds Israeli hostages captive, the right-wing minister decided that now is the time to push forward with the project. Israel is at the forefront of the fight against savagery and barbarism. That's the message from Prime Minister Netanyahu as he addressed the Newsmax American Independence celebration in Jerusalem last night. Netanyahu condemned what he called the pro-Hamas sentiment on American college campuses, claiming that students are falling victim to Hamas propaganda. With that, the Israeli Prime Minister thanked the integrity of honest journalism and stressed the shared values of Israel and the United States. Have a listen.
So now we have the capacity to physically defend the Jewish state. But we now have to muster all the forces that seek to defend our common civilization against this mutilation of the truth that threatens our common future. And that's why I salute Newsmax and others who stand together, stand up for the truth, are not cowed, can speak their mind, can show the facts, can stand up for our common humanity and for our common future. And if you're not ready in this day and age, especially in this day and age, to fight for freedom, you will lose it. If you do not fight for your civilization, you will lose it. We are prepared to fight, and I know America is prepared to stand with us, and I salute you for doing the same. Thank you. Thank you all.
And last night, a new operation was underway on day 678 of the war in Gaza. No, not a military operation, but an evacuation of sick Gazan children to Italy for treatment. The Israeli military and security forces facilitated the transfer of 31 children from the Gaza Strip to the Ramon Air Base, where they were flown to Italy for treatment. According to Kogat, some 2,500 Gazans have been evacuated from the Strip by Israel from mid-March until July, all of which needed medical evacuations or were escorting patients. So if the Hamas supporters Netanyahu was talking about running rampant on college campuses in the U.S. think that Israel is committing a genocide, well, I'm sure that evacuating 31 sick Palestinians through Israeli territory last night is not very helpful for this narrative. And meanwhile, the heat wave in Israel continues, and health officials yesterday confirmed that 2 people have died of heat stroke just yesterday. During the record-breaking heat yesterday, a 70-year-old man in southern city of Eilat, the coastal city, had collapsed and died. According to the Israeli Meteorological Services, temperatures in Eilat yesterday broke 50 degrees Celsius. That's 120 degrees Fahrenheit. And in another incident in Rishon LeZion, which is a city just south of Tel Aviv, a 60-year-old man collapsed from a heat stroke. Emergency medical technicians and paramedics who arrived at the scene were unable to revive him. Israeli medical and safety personnel continue reminding the public to take necessary precautions as the record-breaking heat wave has already claimed the lives of 2 Israelis, as I said, in their 60s and in their 70s. And that's a wrap for this edition of ILTV on the Hour. We'll continue giving you the most important updates coming out of Israel and the Middle East. But in the meantime, you can keep up with us on our ILTV app. Just scan the QR code on your screen for all of the important news coming out of the region. I'm Devo Klein. This is ILTV News, and thanks for watching.